Starting with number 19, Jake Mann. Number 12, also forward, Kevin Levitch. At forward number 23, Chris Hawkins. On defense, number 6, Luke McGinch. On defense, number 41, Ryusuke Furumachi. And starting in net, number 32, Devin Levy.
When can I introduce the Metro Jets? What's up? You introduce the Metro Jets yet? thought they were just going to come out as a big team.
Please welcome to the ice, 4-time U.S. Olympic with Team USA, where she has the record of playing the most games, male or female, Olympic gold medalist. And as I remember, the top college hockey player in the USA, the music that means it is the RFA 2015
From Big Boy Arena in Fraser, Michigan, I am Frank Mazzella on Go Live Sportscast as the Michigan Shadow take on the Muskegon Voyagers. Thanks for watching tonight. This is the third meeting between these two teams. The Shadow have won both games. Their first game of the season here, home at the Big Boy Arena, came back to win that one, down by 2 goals. Came back late in the third period to win that game. And recently, on the road in Muskegon, They hung 5 goals on them for a 5-0 shutout. And according to Terry Ficcarelli says that's the first time in the history of the Muskegon Voyagers to be shut out at home. So these teams will meet 6 times. They've already met twice. This is the 3rd meeting as these teams are respectively in their South Division, 2nd and 3rd place. We'll see what's happening tonight. We've got our buddy in net tonight, Mr. Gibbons. Elijah Gibbons will be starting in net. His first start for the Shadow, as he's been on the team for about 4 or 5 games, and this will be his first start for the season. He's had some great seasons with the Sharks. We've seen him in the playoffs 2 years ago. He just stopped everything that they shot at him to win the championship. And then the other side, the Muskegon team will have Devin Lay in net. Their regular goalie, Devin Lay, plays a lot of goalie for the Muskegon Voyagers. Looks like the starters for the Shadow will be Formica. Who else is out there? Okay, well, little delay here. Baker's out there on defense. Some things I need to go over. Gagnon's out there. The updates on the suspensions. This was a wild game against the Kalakaska Kings last Sunday, 12-16. So happened right in front of the Kalakaska bench. Actually started on the far side boards and then moved over right in front of the Kalakaska bench. So suspended today is Vermeesh, Cody Oakes, and Ryersay. So they each got a 1-game suspension for the Shadow. They'll be sitting out today. The Kings got a 2-game suspension for Hofstetter and a 10-game suspension for Thurlby. They got a game misconduct and a match penalty was Tyler Thurlby, and Cameron Hofstetter got suspended for 2 games for unsportsmanlike and abusive official. Well, that all played out. We got suspensions. If you recall seeing that game last Sunday morning, an AM bout here, things got a little physical as that final score was 12-3 with the Shadow winning that one. It's going to be kind of hard to replace Cody Oakes out there. I'm looking at the bench right now to see if anybody has long hair on the Shadow. Nobody's on that bench, long hair, but we're going to try getting Cody Oakes here on a mic in between the penalties. There he is, Cody Oakes, speaking of the devil.
Yeah.
We're going to put a headset on Cody and talk to him. Devin Lay's got the puck right now down in the Voyager end. Quickly taken out. Up on the right wing, here comes the Voyagers. Dump it off into the center there, broken up by the Shadow. Over to Tellstrom. Tellstrom moves that forward. Digging deep. Gagnon tried to get a stick on that one. Some play in the neutral zone. Back to Baker. Shake and bake now. Got the puck. He dumps it into the Muskegon end. Tellstrom couldn't get a stick on that one. Shadow still have possession. Over to Bakes. Bakes dumps that one down into the Voyager end.
Nice to see Gino, Minnie, and Baker back together since the Port Huron days in FPHL. And Gino Minnie has been a great ad for us since he first came here. So
now I got to make the formal introduction. Cody Oakes, the man with the long flowing hair going from one end to the other end.
Trying to, okay? We're going to keep it as long as we can, right?
Yeah, I was looking for somebody with long hair on the bench to replace you. Nobody has long hair. There's a chance right in front of the net. The Voyagers gobble that one, lays on that one. So, Cody, you got to sit out 1 game.
I do. So, making bad decisions per usual. Nothing's really changed with me.
Well, isn't that James's job?
That's how I take it. So I don't know. I take it as we're gonna stick up for the boys. We're a new team, and we're still a family, and not gonna get beat up. So
absolutely, because just recalling that game against the Kalakaska Kings that came over to this bench. You threw some guy down in the headlock and got 2 points for that.
I did. So I've gotten very good at headlocks recently. So ever since playing in the FHL.
Going back into your wrestling career there?
Yeah, trying to, my MMA career. So like I said, I mean, you guys saw it last time. I heard it on the broadcast. The guy grabbed Kuhn from the bench. So the league did a very good job of discipline actions, I would say. And yeah, we're out of game, but I mean, it's all a part of it, right?
Right, you got to stick up for your teammates.
Exactly. So I turned around and Loaf so happened to be there, and Vermeesh, and thank the Lord he followed me in there. I probably would have gotten beat up a little bit worse. So
going into the corner right now, Milam trying to dig that one out, moving it forward. Muskegon has it right at center ice, dumped back in, played by Arnott played that forward up to Pilette. Pilette digs down behind the Voyagers net. Little scrum down there. Double Z's down there.
Big Z getting his body involved, man. You can't push him off the puck. There's no way. So.
Oh, big hit right in front of the net. Pilette laying down some body there. Oh, for Micah right there. Quick shot. Save. Gibbons, big save there.
Good save.
Another save there.
Arnott taking his man and taking the body there. Very good play on his part, man.
Well, a new addition of Formica has really helped this team. Solid defensive play by him.
We got a lot of big boys on the big end between him, Minnie, and a few other boys. I'm the small one out there, and I'm not used to that. Good shot by Baker there.
Yeah, you speak about Gino Minnie. Minnie has brought a big game here, too. His debut, and he's just been playing hard. Those two guys are like towers.
Exactly. And then you get Clintworth added in the mix there sometimes when he's playing D, and we have 3 of them back there. So really like those 3, really like having a big lineup and stuff, and they play the game very well. So
Baker dumps that down. This is going to be an icing against the Shadow. They'll come back. Let's talk about your goalie, Gibbons. Man, has he had a good career here in the MIHL. Couple seasons with the Waterford Sharks. Came up big 2 years ago in that finals, and he just stoned this Voyager team. He's a big addition to the Shadow team now.
He, as you can see, he stoned that breakaway there, and he's playing confident. So
Minnie coming in with the puck. He gets taken off, gets stripped off the puck. Voyagers come back. Quick give and go. Gibbons gets down on the ice and gobbles that one up.
There's Gibbons again, and just he's when he plays calm and collective, he's a great goalie, man. Very, very good guy off the ice too. So it's good to see him succeed for the most part. So
going back to Gibbons 2 years ago, they went and swept the Voyagers in the finals, and Gibbons just stopped everything. He's built to do that, and here he is on the Shadow team.
Oh man, when he gets on, he's definitely on. There's no doubt about it. So it's nice having those goalies that can make the first and second save as a D-man, and that makes you play a little bit more confident, that's for sure.
Chris Hawkins out there for the Voyagers. He's a troublemaker. We've seen him a lot here in the few games that they've played. Here comes Baker. Baker tried to get a hold of that puck. He does. Here on the near side boards, moving it, kept in by the Shadow. This one's blocked by the Voyagers. Here come the Voyagers. Little one-on-one. Breaks it down. Gino Minnie played that one safe, but Gibbons gobbled that one up.
Man, he is just, like we said, there's been 3 grade A opportunities for the Voyagers here, and he's just been playing great. So you like to see that out of him, and that's always a good start for a goalie, and it usually gets him in the game early. So not that you want to get him in the game early for the most part, but
we got Chris Hawkins out there. Last time he was in this arena, Joe Pace did a little job on him in front of the net. He's like an agitator for the Voyagers, but he's always out there.
Oh, man, Pace, the good old Pace, to have him back, and we should be getting him back a little bit here soon. So it's always fun with this group, to say the least. So
Voyagers trying to keep that one in. It gets out all the way back down to the Voyagers' end. Give and chase, Tim Schmidt. Tim Schmidt playing up. He used to play a little defense. He's playing all over. Still pressure right down there. Gagnon coming in. Sammy Gagnon. Here's a quick race to the puck. Don't have the proper angle, broken up by Milam. Milam got his stick on that one. Coming out quick again is Arnott. Arnott makes a move. Paul Arnott put that one in the corner. Voyagers move this puck up. A hit on the far side boards. Double Z throwing his weight around. Again, wrapped around the boards, broken up by Zolkanic. This one's an offsides against the Voyagers.
No, always like seeing big Double Z out there, safe to say. Throws his body around, there's no doubt about it. So his mom's actually over in Alaska right now watching, and I think it's a 4 or 5 hour difference, and she's amazing, so shout out to Mama Z right now. So
face-off taken by Baker. Baker's going to loop around here, across the blue line of the Voyagers. Kuhn tried to get a hand on that one. He couldn't get it. This one's taken back. Kuhn again goes to get it for Micah. All the way over Baker. This is Kuhn now trying to move, or Clintworth that was. Or Kuhn that was. Check that twice. Voyagers dump it down and quickly coming a 2-on-2. Little wrist shot broken up right in front of the net. For Micah, couldn't get that one out. Quick shot, point blank. Driven off to the side by Gibbons. Here comes the shadow. Quickly, Gagnon. Gagnon puts on the afterburners. Tried to get that one over, broken up.
No, Voyagers playing really well right now, playing a very good defensive game, and they're getting the puck up pretty quick. So getting shots on, and it's definitely, you can see they're playing with a little bit of buzz right now. So
Glover got pulled offside on that one. Let's talk about the game last week or about a week ago when you were in Muskegon. Not sure if you were at that game.
No, I was not. So I actually had work, and those day trips to Muskegon are a little rough. The weather wasn't really partaking in my thing, but I hope to not miss any more games, at least if I'm not suspended and stuff. So
right. And Sommerfeld played a heck of a game as he had a 5-0 shutout there.
Exactly. We've been blessed with the goalie department to have a few different goalies come in throughout with us, and they've all done well. I mean, most of the games that we've lost have been kind of on ourselves, and it's having Bryn there. I got to play with him last year, and having a few of those guys come back and play again is very nice. And Bryn's finally finding his footing out here, and he's doing very well. So
Zach Glover took the face-off for the Voyagers. This one's dumped down into the Voyagers' end. Penalty icing waved off on that one. Broken up by Arnott. Arnott trying to get a handle on that puck. He doesn't. Giving chase is Clintworth. Oh, that one's deflected and kept in.
I think that went off of Josh's head. Luckily he's wearing a full cage there. That could have been bad. So
Osentowski went off of his head.
No, I'm used to seeing two of you guys up here. What, the other one?
There's a replay of it kept in. Yeah, I had to give them the night off. I didn't want to overwork them, and I knew you were suspended, so I was going to get you up here, Cody.
Knew you were going to get me for a little, so He's definitely a lot better than I am, but I can't complain for his second place. So no, it's nice having you guys on the thing. You guys call the game a fair, true game, and you don't get that a lot out of some announcers. So it's nice to have you guys.
We love being here. This is great atmosphere, great team, and Tellstrom gives a chase to this one. New addition, couple games he's been with the team. A big addition along with Minnie and for Micah, these late additions into the season.
Exactly. So we got him on the Rockers last year too. A lot of the Rockers players. So it's nice to get us together, and it's a nice little family. So it's like we say, we like to stick up for each other for the most part. Good move here by the Voyagers, just getting shots for Gibby and chipping away slowly and playing a very good game on the Voyagers' part right now. So
both teams switching off the bench, new players coming on. Here come the Voyagers again. So far, no score, 11:55 to go here in the first period. Here's Gagnon. Gagnon trying to put one out in front. They score!
There it is. Throw the teddy bears, baby.
There they are.
They are on the ice there, and Tim Schmidt there in the neutral zone kicking the puck to Gags there to start that offensive rush there. Gags making a good move there in the corner and throwing it in front. And them just getting a nice, ugly goal, and sometimes that's what needs to happen on the shadow part. So let the Bears fly. They deserve to. So Big Z there picking up the Big Bear, kind of looks like him, and
bring that back to Alaska with him.
Yeah, I give that one to Mama Z as a little present. So you got a player over here. I think that's Gags over there making teddy bear snow angels. So
now we talk about the team. It seems like the last 3 games you guys have really put it together, playing 2-3 periods solid through the game. You had a little bit of problem in the earlier part of the season where you'd come out and have not 2 good periods and then 1 good period, and you had to play catch up. And now you guys have been playing solid as a team.
Exactly. So like at the beginning of the season, being a new team and everything, I think we were all finding our footing for the most part, feeling everyone out and stuff. And you had a lot of different mixes with our team. You got guys that play their roles very well, and guys who, you bring up Tim Schmidt, and he plays everything. He'll go forward, he'll go D. So we were kind of just finding our groove there. And like you said, I think the last few games we're finally figuring it out, and we're finding our footing as a team and actually becoming a team for the most part, getting less selfish. I mean, I got to pass the puck a little bit more, so that probably helps having me.
No, don't pass it, Cody, because we love seeing you going from end to end with the hair blown in the wind.
We try to, so we love this sport, and like I said, I love being at Big Boy Arena. Jimmy's been absolutely amazing putting this team together and stuff, and I mean, up and down the lineup, you can go down it. We got guys that can play wherever, whenever, and however you really want them to, and that's kind of what we look for. And we can play a skill game if you want us to go play a skill game, and we can also, as you can see from last week, we'll play bullied style hockey if we really have to. So I think the boys are really coming together, and I'm really curious to what we're going to do on the back half of the season here. So
yeah, and the close games against the Waterford Sharks, I mean, they were kept close, but I think this team has developed better and playing together. That those two, Waterford being in first place, this is going to go down the wire between these 3 teams, you, Waterford, and the Muskegon team.
Exactly. So that Waterford team, very good team. I mean, I know a lot of boys on that team. George Holt coaching that team over there, and great guy, and they play a very good style of hockey from what we saw in the last 2 games from them. So it's really fun, and then having this Muskegon team, this Muskegon team's very great, and hopefully they find their groove going on a break right here, a very good break. Yep, you're going to get called for that one.
No hands up on that one, or wait.
No goal. Yep, we got a touch there, so no goal, but that's 72 on the Voyagers, the captain. I don't necessarily know his name. Riley Pichur, 72, very great player, man. He can move very well for what he has, and Muskegon has good players. They just in a little funk right now, and that's what's going to happen with some teams. So
here's the penalty that Luke Formica got his stick up on that one, trying to break down that chance that the Voyagers had, and they'll be on the power play. Muskegon Voyagers here at 11:28, 2-minute power play here. Face off in the far corner down in the shadow end.
Yeah, I can't even necessarily blame Formica on that play right there. I mean, it's a clear-cut breakaway, and he got in his hands. So, I mean, it's a good penalty, and it sucks, but hopefully our kill comes out here and makes stuff happen.
That one went off Osantowski up into the netting here.
These two have been just absolutely great together, Oshantowski and Brian, and watching them two play together, it's them two together, they make it happen, man. So
here's the face-off. So the PK team is out there. Had a couple of shorthanded goals last game. Here's a quick wrister. Double save by Gibby.
Man, he's playing solid.
Gibbons got the pad down, kept it on the ice.
2 great saves from him right there. Grade A chance right there in the slot.
Here's Pitcher. Pitcher going to bring this one out. Here on the power play, just over the blue line. Baker gets a stick on that one. Didn't clear it out. Quick shot in the slot, out to the outside of Gibbons. No harm done there.
See these two going on a roll right here. Oh, good play by 72. Like I say, he's a good player, man.
Here comes the Voyagers again, setting up on the power play. Trying to cut him off is Milam. This one's wrapped around to the blue line. Kept in, cycled, as the Voyagers on the power play for 58 seconds left. They'll keep working this puck around. Pitcher trying to get that one broken up.
Stick.
Nice play there. As
broken stick by number 10, the Voyagers D here, 3-on-2.
Tellstrom looking to get some. Quick shot by Gagnon. Gagnon got that one blocked out. Here we go again. Chances for shorthanded goals by the Shadow. Here's a quick pass out in front by Gino Mini. Looks like the power play isn't actually happening right now, as they still are on the power play for 20 seconds, the Voyagers. Around the back of the net, back out to the point. Mini takes a shot. That one's deflected away. Here come the Voyagers for one last run here with about 8 seconds left on the power play.
Good D by J-Mo there.
They wrap it along the boards. Gino Mini just flicks that one out. This is going to be that one knocked down, so both teams are back at full strength. 9:19 left to go in the first period. Shadow up 1-0. Voyagers keep this puck in down in the far corner, trying to steer that one out in front. Broken up, but there's another shot. Couldn't be kept in. This one goes all the way down the Voyagers' end.
No, the Voyagers, it's a 1-0 game for us Shadow right now, but the Voyagers are playing a very good game right now. So sustaining offensive pressure and getting good chances. So Paulette coming up here, and Paulette, very good player, makes a move. Good shot. I mean, gets a block shot, but.
Here's one broken up
Offsides.
right at center, as Baker had to get back onside, but got caught offsides. 8:39 left to go here. What position do you prefer playing, Cody? Do you like staying in the back end or just playing a right wing or what?
Honestly, it's a hit or miss. I like D a lot more because, as you can see, I like rushing the puck. I like skating and finding options. But honestly, I got blessed at the beginning of the season playing with LaRose and stuff. And when you play with guys like that, it makes the game very simple, and they make the right plays and make it very easy. So I like the group we have, and playing even on the D end. It's we have a good D end even back there, and the guy I'm going to get put with, I have full and complete trust in, and that's all you can really ask for in this team, is that you play with guys that you trust and can build something with. So,
you know, switching the subject here a little bit, but hockey, we were talking about this. We did the Red Wing alumni game recently here, and hockey is the only sport that they do charity games. You talk about baseball, you talk about football, you talk about basketball. Hockey is always given back to all different things, whether it's a charity, but it tells you a lot about the character of the people that play this game, that they're dedicating time for charity games and fundraisers and much, much more. You don't see a lot of that in other sports.
No, exactly. So us hockey players, I mean, I like to say we hold ourselves very accountable as people, and we're good people for the most part, and you like to see stuff like that. I mean, I know I work for Mickey Redmond in the summer and stuff, and I know he's a part of those, and seeing guys, even them, get out there and do stuff like that, it's unbelievable. So even at their age, good hit by Brian here in the corner. So
Voyagers get this one out, picked up by Formica. Back to Baker, shake and bake. Gets that puck forward up to Clintworth. Clintworth couldn't keep that in. Here come the Voyagers. Voyagers past center ice, now back into the shadow end. Quick wrister on Gibbons. No problem for Elijah.
He's just eating up pucks right now, man. He's seeing everything. Pucks are just sticking to him at this point. And like I say, you love to see that for Gibbons. He's a great person, and just want to see him succeed. So good to see him out here.
Now, for your first game of the season, does that sometimes become hard for your first game to come in like about a third into the season?
Yeah, so it's, especially as a goalie, you got to kind of come in here, and the D, it's always a different thing with the D, is like a dumped in puck of what the goalie wants, if they want us to pick it up or if they want us to stretch. It's good save by Gibbons still, just eating pucks up, but he's very talkative, and all our goalies have been very talkative, have been kind of straight up, and I like to be told what to do on the D end, and as long as they're communicating with me, I think communication throughout the hockey and the game is one of the biggest aspects, and luckily our team has been pretty good at it so far.
Face off down in the shadow end. Little battle in front. That one shot on Gibbons. Gibbons gets mad at that puck and shoots it against the boards. Gino Mini trying to get this one out. Little scrum on the far side. Tellstrom gets a stick on that, or not now. They battle right in front of Gibbons. Gibbons just throws that big paw over that puck. Another face-off in the corner.
No, 43, his first game with us today, so going to watch a little bit in on him and see how he does today. So,
what's his name?
I don't know. That's what I was even curious about. So I got here a little bit late. I knew I was suspended, so didn't get here the usual 2 hours before and stuff.
Here comes 43, quick shot.
Good play on his part. I mean,
kept it on the ice. That one's kicked away by Lay. Devin Lay in nets for the Voyagers. Scrum here are not just digging his way around the back of the net. Tried to get that one out in front. Nobody home to bang that inside the net. Kept out to the point. Gino Mini tried to swing this over. Pilette got a stick on. Still rotating that puck out of the shadow. Kept in. Arnott. Paul Arnott looking to use that backhander. He doesn't. Gino Mini gets it over to Pilette. Pilette takes a quick wrister.
Good shot, Pilette. Pilette, very big fan of him, man. He plays the game very well. He does it all too. I mean, can lay the body, can be a skill guy if you need him to. So, really enjoy playing on the line with him. So,
that one comes out over the blue line as the Shadow come to get back on side. Scrum right in front of the Voyagers end there, right in front of their bench. Voyagers doing player changes. Here come the Voyagers over the quick shot. That one's deflected behind Gibbons off the glass. Arnott down in the corner trying to get that one out. That one's kept in by the Voyagers. Little 3-on-2 developing there.
Good back check, Z.
Couldn't get a full shot on that one. Was Glover. Glover for Muskegon.
Attaboy, Z. Z's throwing his weight around. That's what you need out of him. He very good player.
He gets down there in the corner, swinging that big body of his either in the corner or in front of the net. Voyagers now with the puck, wrap it around the back of the net. This one's kept in. A little bit of pressure by the Shadow as they finally cleared out right to center ice. Here come the Voyagers. A little good stick handling there. Looking to do a quick shot there was Healy.
Good play. We got a 2-on-1 here. Gags and Clintworth.
Gagnon tried to get that one out in front of the net. Good defensive play by the Voyagers to keep that one from getting in front of the net. Here's a shot that went down, and this will be icing is waved off on this one. Gino Mini bringing that puck up quickly to Baker.
Good job, you two.
Baker's going to shoot that one down. Devin Lay gets a stick on it. This one's behind the Muskegon net. Muskegon couldn't find that puck. Not clear it out yet. Finally, it does cross the blue line. Here comes the Voyagers again. Healy, little 2-on-1. Nice play there. And the Voyagers score.
2-on-1, just going back in. There's not much you can do about that. Gibbons still getting a little piece of it, but good play on the Voyagers' part there.
Tough play to defend, as you'll see it on the replay here. Wrapped around the boards, finally cleared out by the Voyagers. They move it forward. Nice move in front of the little 2-on-1. Here developed as a trailer just got it over, cut in front of the net, backhanded it over Gibbons. We got a 1-1 tie here at the 4:19 mark of the first period.
Yeah, just a good play by the Voyagers there. I mean, good breakout and everything. So
Pilette took that face off for the Shadow. Here comes the Baker. Baker trying to get around the boards. He's going to go behind the net, trying to get that over to Giuliano. Giuliano couldn't control that one. Broken up again by Baker. Both teams onside there as the Try to keep the puck in. Tellstrom takes a hack, a whack, and a take that for that. Here comes Tellstrom again. He tries chasing that puck down. He does get possession of it. Up to Pilette.
Good play.
Pilette's going to move that one over.
Yeah.
Tried to get Giuliano. We got an offsides on that one. Giuliano's played a lot of years, and I remember him with the St. Clair Fighting Saints back in 2016, the FHL.
Man, he's like wine, man. He just gets better with age, and I don't know how he does it, but he's got a scoring touch that you can't teach for the most part.
So you're saying Giuliano's like wine?
Yeah, man. I don't see him slowing down. So we got him on the rockers a little bit, and he's still he just moves. He's in the right spot every time. So
big save by Gibby right there. Gibbons made the save. Nice cut in front of him. The Muskegon Voyagers had a chance to take a 2-1 lead there. Formica keeps that one in, broken up again by the Voyagers. This one's thrown down into the shadow end. McCarthy, Luke McCarthy wraps that one around the boards. Here comes the shadow again. Tellstrom. Teletubby takes a dump there right on the ice. Here comes the Voyagers again. This will be an offsides. They did not go offsides. They kept it outside. Dumped back into the shadow end. Gibbons rounds that one up. Gino Mini is going to handle this puck. Oh, dangerous play right out in front of the net. This one's deflected. Trying to get a hand on that, Tim Schmidt. Tim Schmidt, is he going to get a penalty, a delay of game?
Schmidt not happy, man. But last weekend, I mean, he's got his first goals. He is a certified goal scorer. I think he had 3 last weekend, honestly. It's good to see him doing well, too. He's a good player. A lot of people, he likes to downplay himself a lot, so.
Yeah, I got an opportunity to talk to him probably about 3 games ago, about his broken arm and recovering from that.
Yeah, supposed to be taking it easy, but we got him playing
right
15, 20 minutes a night, safe to say.
And Tim says to me, I might get a shift or two this first game. And he's out there. I said, you're not even playing defense, you're playing offense.
He's out there the whole time, too, taking regular shifts. So
right at center ice, just over outside the blue line. Nice move there. Couldn't keep possession as the Voyagers just fling that one up. Back to Milam. Milam takes a shot. Little give and go here. Muskegon behind the net. Trying to clear it. McKinnage for the Voyagers. Good pressure right there as Tim Schmidt digging in the hole. We got a delayed penalty against the Shadow here as they try to take advantage of the little extra time they can get here. Finally, Baker gets a stick on that one. So they go back on the power play. 1:30 left to go here in the first period. 1-1 tie.
Yeah, I think Schmidt's going to get a hooking here is what it's looking like, him in the corner. A good forecheck. His stick just got up there, unfortunately, and into the guy, and it was a weird situation. He's not out there to cause any ruckus, so
they'll go on the power play. This will carry over if they don't score here in the first period. BK team out there right now. See if they can hold them off here for the rest of the first period. Voyagers, quick wrister there, deflected.
Shots,
Baker, shake and bake, now tries to get that one out. Finally, Gagnon puts on the brakes right in front of the bench here. Double Z tried to streak in there all alone. Nothing happening there. Broken up. The Voyagers trying to time out their chance here.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Little accidental, looked like 2 players coming together trying to clear this one out. Finally, they do. This one's all the way down to Lay. Lay clears that one off to the side. Gagnon puts on the afterburners. Nice.
Attaboy, Gags.
Nice
Good
play
by
Gags.
Gags.
He got clipped by a stick. Hopefully he's all right. Gagnon just putting on the burners.
What a play by Gags. Gets the puck in, goes after it, first man after it.
You see Gagnon just
goes into full hustle mode. I mean, he's the one that dumped the puck in, and for him to be the first one to get to that puck.
So they're going to This will even it up. A penalty against the Voyagers here late in the first period will carry over into the second period on that clip stick that Gagnon got to his face. Both teams right now doing a couple of player changes here late. 39.6 seconds left to go here in the first period. Little 4-on-4 action here till the end of the first period.
Got Pillay, Kuhn, J-Mo, and Arnott here, which is a good four, man. J-Mo and Arnott on the back end. They're very good players.
Pillette takes that face-off. Milam dumps that down into the corner. Clock winds down here late in the first period. Finally, the Voyagers get that one out just over center ice. Milam with the puck. Get it over Pillette. Pillette will take this in all by himself, trying to get that one out in front.
Oh.
Deflection right there. Lay just here's an opportunity for Pillette. Collision in front, kept in by Arnott. Paul Arnott takes a shot. This one's out in front. Here's another opportunity. Lay makes the save there, and that will wind down the first period.
Not a bad first period at all. A 1-1 game, so.
There you have it, 1-1. Now, Cody, you're coming back for the second period, aren't you?
I'll be back for the third.
Okay.
I will
you
be
gotta
back for the third.
You go have like a hamburger.
Oh, man, I'm going in. I'm going to do 2 hot dogs, I think, maybe some cookies, okay? It's an off night, okay?
Yeah,
so,
you can gain about 5 pounds.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the snack bar, I think, get me something from there.
You come back from Christmas break and be about 10 pounds heavier.
You won't see me rushing the puck come January 3rd, that's for sure, up in Muskegon. So we're going to take it a little bit easy that game. That's a welcome back game, safe to say. So.
All right, Cody, we'll see you at the third period. Thanks a lot for swinging by.
Thank you for having me.
All right, with the score 1-1, we'll take a break here as you're listening to Go Live Sportscast.
Hey guys, I want to thank B&R Sports here in the Troy area for taking care of our Michigan Shadow. Thank you guys for hooking us up top to bottom. We'll see you guys at our home opener. Huge shout out to Bauer Hockey, taking care of our guys. Helmet, visors, gloves, pants, sticks, you name it, they got it. Check them out, BauerHockey.com. Thank you, Big Boy Arena, for letting us call this amazing facility home. Rock on, Fraser. I want to thank Global Synthetic for taking care of our Michigan Shadow this year, from the synthetic towels you've sent us for the guys to be training on to all the other things you do in the community. Thank you from the Michigan Shadow. Huge shout out to Howie's Hockey Tape. One of these days I'll be good enough to get paid to play and they'll supply the tape. Until then, check out howieshockeytape.com for all your saucing needs. Thank you, Jog Athletics, for taking care of our Michigan Shadow. These threads are unbelievable. We'll see you guys this season on the ice. Huge shout out to Lakeland Photography for taking their time out of their day to take care of our program, all the local community stuff we've been doing, dealing with me full time, which I know is a full-time job by itself. Lakeland, huge shout out. Can't wait to see you guys shooting all of our games this year. Huge shout out to Rink Rat Body Wash for taking care of our Michigan Shadow in the locker room after the games. Smells unbelievable. It gets our guys clean. Check them out at Rink Rat.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes.
Make a plan today.
911, where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school.
It's been so amazing to be able to give our child the life that we kind of pictured us having, even though we didn't really have that.
I've been in foster care my whole life.
He's so strong to just be able to leave that all behind and still be able to take care of his daughter and be a good husband.
Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone.
We've been through so much in our life, and he never used that as an excuse, but as motivation to do better.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay. You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Thank you, Champions Health Club, for joining us in this adventure as we start our inaugural season for the Michigan Shadow. We'll see you at your gym here soon. One of my absolute favorite, top cheese, stick wax, looks like cheese. This is my go-to scent. It's the original fresh linen, unbelievable. I actually put it in my stall as well, so I walk up and hang out. Oh, our fancy lights are turning off. When I walk in, I know my stall is gonna be smelling unbelievable. I'm sitting on the bench or enjoying some penalty time in the box. This is what you want on your scent. Huge shout out to the Royal Oak Leprechauns. Thank you for having my captains and I out to throw the first pitch. Incredible experience for local Detroit areas. There goes our light fixture. Gotta pay the bills, looks like. Check out Royal Oak Leprechauns, local, amazing baseball, bunch of D1 athletes heading off to play pro ball. Just thank you, Royal Oak, for taking care of us that night. Thank you, Noble Mark Financial, for sponsoring our Michigan Shadow this year. We're excited to see you at our home opener November 1st. Thank you, Pool Guys, for sponsoring us this season over at the Michigan Shadow. For those out there watching, check them out. They'll take care of everything. Install, maintenance, making your backyard beautiful. Pool Guys, we'll see you soon. Smoky Joe's, everybody's favorite party store to get the party started. Check them out, 16841 14 Mile and Garfield. We will see you there. Big banners hanging on the side of the building. Can't miss it, right across from the Frazier Fair. Huge shout out to Pegasus Awakening for hooking us up with their smelling salts. Oh. Did you guys know? Wow. We're crying now. We opened this container over 8 months ago. It's seen over 100 hockey games across multiple locker rooms. Unbelievable stuff. Check them out. Pegasus Awakening. My eyes, you can't tell right now, my eyes are watering.
Go Live Sportscast.
Hey guys, I want to thank B&R Sports here in the Detroit area for taking care of our Michigan Shadow. Thank you guys for hooking us up top to bottom. We'll see you guys at our home opener. Huge shout out to Bauer Hockey taking care of our guys.
back here at Big Boy Arena at the end of the first period, 1-1, as we are about to start the second period. Both teams have a penalty against them, but still 1-1. We'll see what happens here as the end switch. You know, at Big Boy Arena, we have a lot of fun during these games, these Michigan Shadow. How often do you get a cowboy selling raffle tickets up in the stands? Only at Big Boy Arena at a Michigan Shadow game. That's good stuff here. As the team switch ends here, Gibbons will take the other end and Lay will take this end. So far, a tight game. If you haven't listened from the beginning of the broadcast, suspension to 3 of the Shadow players from the outcome of the Kalakaska Kings game. Vermeesh, 1 game for Ryerson, and 1 game for Cody Oakes. You heard Cody Oakes here with me in the first period. So 30 seconds left on the penalty to the Shadow. 1:21 left in the penalty to the Voyagers. They'll go on a power play for about, give or take 50-some seconds. Tellstrom out on the wing for this faceoff. Gagnon's going to take the faceoff for the Shadow right here. We're about ready for the second period to start. Quick faceoff right there. This one's played back to Arnott. Paul Arnott swings it over to Tellstrom. Tellstrom just gets that up to the center. That one's broken up by the Voyagers and dumped down into the Shadow end. Milam fishes that one up to Tellstrom. Tellstrom gets that one stripped away. Little sloppy play in the neutral zone. This one shot back in by the Voyagers. Giving chase is Luke McCarthy. That'll be a icing against the Voyagers. We'll go back down to the other end. 2 seconds left to go in the penalty against the Shadow. They'll go on the power play after that 2 seconds is left, and they'll be for 51 seconds. Tellstrom going to take the face-off right here. McCarthy taking that puck. Luke McCarthy taking that past center ice, going all the way himself. Going to take a quick shot on Gibbons. Gibbons gets a piece of that one. That one's off into the corner. Gibbons behind the net, steers that one out front. Here comes Gagnon. Little 2-on-3-on-2 developing here. Gagnon leaves it back to Tellstrom. Tellstrom back over to Gagnon. This one's to Arnott. Milam had that puck. Milam behind the net. Milam looking for somebody out in front. This one goes out to the point. Gino Mini rotating around. A few seconds left here. A quick shot. That one's deflected into the netting here at Big Boy Arena. 5 seconds left to go in the power play. Still have a Cowboy selling raffle tickets in the stands. 5 seconds, then Tim Schmidt will come out of the penalty box. Both teams, actually Tim Schmidt won't come out of the penalty box. It'll be Kevin Belovich for the Voyagers. This one's cleared out by the Voyagers. Mike Baker giving retreat to that puck. Kuhn trying to get that puck forward, broken up. Here's Gino Mini. Mini gets this one up to Double Z. Double Z just dumps that one in. One of the Voyager players just hobbles over to the bench. He got hit with that puck hard. Mini trying to dig that one out on the Voyagers' end. Double Z working his body around behind the net. Zach trying to get that one up. Takes on 2 of the Voyagers. Finally, the Voyagers get that puck. They clear it out. Gino Mini trying to give chase to that one. Taken by Pielette. Here comes the Shadow again. Quick shot on net. Loose puck out in front. Nobody there to bang it home. Matt Moresso is the number 43 for the Shadow who got the first goal today. for the Shadow. Loose puck out in front for Micah. Couldn't keep his stick on it. A little twist around there by the Voyagers. That one's played off into the corner. Voyagers putting a little bit of pressure down in the Shadow ends. They dig on the boards there. Finally a shot on Gibbons for Micah. Gets a big hit on him. This one's dumped all the way down the lay. This will be an icing against the Shadow. So both teams at full strength. A little bit of pressure by the Voyagers here in a 1-1 tie. 17:09 left to go here in the second period. Early going. Face off. Osentowski taking that for the Shadow. Quick shot on Gibbons. He gobbles that one up. Gibby the gobbler. He'll hold on to that puck. Little chatter right there in front of him. Belovich will take this face-off for the Voyagers. Still not cleared out. Hawkins takes a hack at it. Morasso taking a quick shot. That one's out in front. They score! Timmy Schmidt got that one on a loose one out in front of the net. Tim Schmidt getting on the board here big time. This one goes all the way back down into the Shadow end, as you see on the replay. Gagnon bringing that puck up. Over to Morasso. Morasso out in front of the net. Timmy Schmidt there to bang it home. A 2-1 lead for the Shadow. Right at the 16:51 mark, the Shadow take the lead. Still putting the pressure on. Tellstrom gets this one out. For Micah, couldn't get his stick on it. Suddenly here comes a little 2-on-2 action for the Voyagers. Quick shot there. Gibbons steers that away. Clear it out back down into the Voyagers' end. Player changes by the Voyagers. Here's an opportunity quickly by the Voyagers. Broken up, good defensive play getting back on Luke McCarthy. Kept in by the Voyagers. Finally. Still haven't gotten it out. For Micah gets that puck forward. Here's an opportunity for Tellstrom. Tellstrom shoots that on Lay. Lay gobbles that up in his chest. Devon Lay. No problem for him. 16:01 to go. 2-1. 16:01 to go here in the second period. Shadow holding their ground, down shorthanded. 3 of their starters. Face off down to the Voyagers end. Quick shot there by Kuhn. No problem there. Clear it out. Here comes the Voyagers again. Dumped down into the Shadow end. Paul Arnott trying to get a handle on that one. Let both teams dig it out. Finally taken out by Kuhn. Kuhn moving that puck forward. Kuhn's going to take a wrister to the outside of Lay. Milam keeps that one in. Just inside that. Finally a 2-on-1 for the Voyagers. Quick wrister there. Gibbons held his ground and gobbled that one up. Voyagers had a 2-on-1. Gibbons played it safe, stayed home, caught that one in the glove. 15:26 to go here in the second period. You're watching Michigan Shadow Hockey here on Go Live Sportscast. Quick backhander there by the Voyagers. Schaefer with that backhand, cleared out. Voyagers retreat to get that puck. McKinch with that puck. McKinch now with the puck. Backhands that cross ice, trying to hit Schaefer. That's just too far for him. They'll dance around the blue line a bit, trying to get onside the Voyagers. Finally, the Voyagers, this one's deflected. Milam over to Arnott. Arnott. This one's moved forward. Morasso. He scores! Morassel, where you been, boy? Number 2 of the game for him. Matt Morassel. Watch it right here on the replay. Going way back where that pass was broken up. You see right there, he picks up the puck. Along the wing here, he's got Tim Schmidt with him. He just takes the wrister, kept that low, and beat Devin Lay on the stick side. Back to the action, 14:34 left to go here in the second period. Shadow up 2-1. Voyagers keep this one in, stripped from behind and out of play for the Voyagers. Voyagers retreat. Good pressure by Gagnon. Gagnon chasing all over the place. Voyagers are going to set things up right now. Dish that back behind the net. Alex Cass couldn't get that one out. Opportunity there by the Shadow. No clean shot there yet. Baker keeps that one inside. No offsides there. Gagnon fishes that one out in front. Here's a shot by Minnie. Minnie takes his shot. That one's blocked out in front. Another shot out in front. Tellstrom got a stick on that one. Lay's got that one in his glove. Referee's checking out that net, make sure it is secure. Face off down in the Voyagers' end. 13:45 left to go here in the second. 3-1. 2-goal lead here after the first period was 1-1. 2 quick goals by the Shadow to take a 3-1 lead. Action down in the far corner. Double Z digs that one out. Goes to his office. Here comes Pilette. Pilette does a twist around. Still pressure. Gino Mini giving chase. Here come the Voyagers. Little 2-on-1 with the trailer. McCarthy taking that one just to the outside. Or that was Pitcher. Riley Pitcher with that one, 72. Double Z gets a stick on this. Here comes the Shadow again. Mini, Gino Mini looking to whisk his way, and he scores! Gino Mini! Looked like it was a broken play. Looked like Gino couldn't get his shot off, but he did. Started all the way down in the Shadow end. Good hustle by the Shadow, and 3 quick goals here in the second period to give them a 4-1 lead. As you watch here on the replay, Gino Mini taking that defense to another point there. Just beat Lay on his glove side, and 3 quick goals. He got a 4-1 lead here. We'll mark that one up for Gino Mini. Everybody eats today. Back down into the Shadow end. Clintworth. Big Clintworth had that puck, rotating that puck nicely. This one's down in the Voyagers' end. McKinnon gets it up for the Voyagers. For Micah, just feathers that one forward, back into the Voyagers' end. Collision down there with Gino Mini, keeping the pressure on. For Micah, takes a wrister. That deflects into the netting. Off of Will Healy, his stick. Healy got a stick on that one. 12-12 left to go here in the second period. 4-1 Michigan Shadow over the defending champ, the Muskegon Voyagers. Fresh troops for both teams. Chris Hawkins comes out for the Voyagers. This one's played back to the blue line. Milam keeps this one in. Tries to get it over to Tellstrom. Finally, Voyagers had a chance to bring it out. Right at center ice, breaking over the blue line. Nice check there by Arnott, Paul Arnott. Kept in by the Voyagers. Little slappy 3-on-1 here developing. There he scores! And a 3-on-1. Jonathan Giuliano just buried that. Some vintage Giuliano, aging like a fine wine, as Cody Oakes would say. 4 straight goals. You see it on the replay. What a beautiful 3-on-1 developing. And he just went high up in the cookie jar. Giuliano getting the 5th goal for the Shadow. 11:34 to go here. Here they come again. The Shadow are buzzing again. This one's over to Tellstrom. Tellstrom just couldn't clean up in the crease. Still working that puck around. Good rotation. Finally broken up by the Voyagers. Voyagers got a 3-on-1. Quick shot there. That one went in off the post. And they get one back. Drake Owen on a 3-on-1 on the left wing. You see it get broke up right here. 3 of the Shadow players got caught back. You see the 3-on-1 just inside the post on the stick side. And we'll give that one to Drake Owen to make it 5-2. 11:03 left to go here in the second period. Voyagers get one back, 5-2. Shadow in the lead. Minnie gets this one back. Voyagers sending in a few extra players to try to put some pressure on them. Bornham clearing this one out back over the blue line. Pitcher taking it. Riley Pitcher pitches that one on net. Gino Minnie gets this one back out. Baker trying to hit Milam. Milam giving chase. Pitcher forwards that one up back into the Shadow end. Giving chase is Will Healy for the Voyagers. Cleared out. Cleared out by Gino Minnie. Here's an opportunity again. Good work by Morasso. Right out in front of the net. Nobody could bang it home. There's another quick shot by Morasso. This one's attempted to clean up. Clear out. Doesn't get cleared out. Clintworth keeps it in. Behind the net. Nice dipsy-doodle move by the Voyagers to get this one out. Little 2-on-2 action. Just crossing the blue line. This one, Gibbons just steers that one away. Little action right in front. Two quick shots. Will Healy had the 3 shots right there, and they were blocked by Gibbons. Back the other way. Clintworth. That one's played out into the netting. Looks like we're going to get a penalty here. Delay of game with the puck. Going to the sin bin is Zach Glover. Zach Glover will sit on the short bench here for 2 minutes for the Muskegon Voyagers. Referees discussing it as Glover sits in the penalty box. 9:15 left to go here in the second period. 2 minutes are up on board to number 18 for the Voyagers. Well, how did we get here to 5-2? Morasso scored the first goal in the first period. Coming back to the second period, Tim Schmidt, Morasso, Minnie, and Giuliano scored 4 goals for the Shadow, and 1 goal was scored by the Voyagers by Owen. That's where we stand here. 5-2, Shadow with a 3-goal lead. They'll go on the power play here for 2 minutes. Gagnon's on the ice for the Shadow. Tellstrom. Let's see who else they send out. Milam and Arnott. We need one more, guys. Well, Giuliano will come out there. That will be the power play unit here at the 9:15 mark. Gagnon will take this face-off. Played back to Arnott. Kept in by Milam. Milam back to Arnott. Arnott will rotate that on the boards. Arnott fishing to the center. Here comes Gagnon. Gagnon fishes that one over. Play back to Arnott. Little fish and go there by Arnott. One-timer. Stick broken in half. Minnie steps on the ice. Still rotating that puck around. Arnott, Minnie. Right out in front for Giuliano. Giuliano couldn't find the handle on that one. Gobbled up by Lay. Minute 17 left to go here in the power play against the Voyagers. Both teams will send out some fresh units. Double Z will take the face-off on this one. Once they figure out what circle they want to do that face-off in. Pilette will take this face-off on the power play. Cleared out by the Voyagers. Gibbons comes racing out of the net. Slow that puck down. Baker. Shake and bake, brings the puck up. Michael Baker gets that one up. Back to Pilette. Pilette tried to get it back to Baker, still struggling along the far boards. Cleared out by Pitcher. Pitcher, quick shot there. Pitcher got that one forward. A shorthanded goal as Pitcher got that up to Luke McCarthy. And Luke McCarthy just buried it. That's a shorthanded goal for the Voyagers. Just a little breakdown there by the Shadow. Luke McCarthy buried that on the glove side at the 8:02 mark here of the second period. Still on the power play are the Shadow for 40 seconds. Formica gets that one forward. Tellstrom comes racing in, trying to zip around the corner. Nothing happening there, broken up. Formica a twist around. That one's broken up again. Clintworth getting on his horse. Bothered by the Voyagers. Formica trying to get that one out. Collision right out in front. A couple of Voyagers. Suddenly it's a 2-goal game, 5-3, with that late goal by the Voyagers. Voyagers are going to bring out some fresh troops here. Still 18 seconds to go here on the power play for the Shadow. 7:32 left to go in the second period. Face off. Shadow move that forward. Broken up by the Voyagers. Little 2-on-3 action here. Quick shot on Gibbons. Gibbons makes the save. Another quick shot. Pressure by the Voyagers to keep that puck in. Short-handed, both teams at full strength. Nice move there as the puck comes forward. Oh, what a beauty! What a move right there. Gagnon flexing his arms. Little inside-outside move. Had the shot on Lay, just went high. Face-off still in the Voyagers' end. Osentowski takes that one. Nice move by Osentowski. He loses possession of the puck. Quickly forward, a little 2-on-2. Voyagers Another opportunity. Gibbons gets a pad on that one. Gibbons steers that one away. Here comes the shadow. Morassel just took that one. No problem for Devin Lay to gather that one up. 6:41 to go here in the second period. 5-3 Shadow. Osentowski will take the face-off. Late here in the second period, pinched in by Arnott. Paul Arnott pinched in. Morassel struggles on the board to get that puck. He keeps it. Trying to get that one on. Right out in front. Loose puck. Nobody there. Voyagers clear. 2-on-2 action coming back the other way against the Shadow. They're caught off sides. Here comes the Shadow. Osentowski had an opportunity there. Broken up in front of the Voyagers' end. Milam coming with a head of steam. Milam down into the corner. Milam still on his skates battling. Finally, this one's stolen right out in front of this opportunity there by Double Z. Two of the Shadow players right in front of the net. Did a little tic-tac-toe without the hoe. There it is. Double Z got it over. Opportunity to get a goal there from the Shadow. Big save by Devin Lay. Both teams doing player changes here. Face off in the corner of the Shadow end. Pilette will take this face off. Still waiting for a Voyager player. Coming into the face-off circle is Healy for the Voyagers. This one's kept in. Finally, the Voyagers do get that one out. Voyagers right at center ice. Both teams, they cross the blue line. Trying to move that broken up there. Double Z just dumps that down into the Voyagers' end. Pilette giving chase for it. He loses possession and his stick. Kept in by Baker. Baker gets that back to Minnie. Baker again over on the far side boards. Looking to dipsy doodle it around the back of the net. Looking for some help by his buddies. Right there, a shot on his knees. Bjornum from his knees making the big save was Devin Lay. 4:58 left to go here in the second period. Shadow still up by 2 goals. Gagnon going to take this face off. Trying to play that one back. Kept in by the skate of the Shadow. Brought up. Just into the blue line. Hit here right in front for Micah on the boards. Here comes the Voyagers again. Down into the corner for Micah looking to lay somebody out. Or that was Clintworth. Check that. This will be an icing against the Shadow. For Micah bent over there. That hit right in front of the Voyager bench as things want to get physical. Face off just to the left of Gibbons. 4:29 left to go here in the second period. Quick shot on Gibbons. He was up to it. No problem, Gibby. Tellstrom now with the puck. Tellstrom's going to dance in the middle. Nice move, goes to his knees. Nobody can find the puck. Finally, the Voyagers do. Looking to dump this down into the Shadow end. Nice defensive play there by Formica to break that up. Voyagers again looking to dump that into the shadow end. Clintworth over to Formica. Nice move there by Gagnon trying to get that one in. Still can't get a shot off right in front of the net. This one's over to Gagnon. Gagnon lets that one rip through the glass. Little headhunting season. This one's back to Formica. Got to be careful there. Shadow get caught out of position. Another breakaway here. This one's dumped down into the Voyagers' end. Devin Lay slowed that one down. Both players, new players coming off the bench. Milam gets that one up to Morasso. Morasso over to Gagnon. Quick shot there, wrister. Devin Lay. Actually, that was Morasso with the wrister on the left wing. Gobbled up by Devin Lay. 3:07 to go here in the second period. Milam just inside the blue line. Pielette will take the faceoff. Quick wrister there, blocked. Arnott just rallies that one around the back of the boards. Pielette gives chase. Back to Milam. Arnott's going to take a wrister. That one's loose. Broken up finally by the Voyagers, and they clear that out to center ice. Paul Arnott going to go behind the net. Voyagers try to chase him down. Hit right there at center ice. No problem for Pielette. Here come the Voyagers the other way. They break the blue line. Nice defensive play by Milam. Get that stick out there and get that puck back over the blue line. Paul Arnott in deep for that one. This one's played over the blue line. Right at center ice. Back into the Voyager end. Voyagers will rotate that puck and dump it back into the shadow end. Paul Arnott will dump that over to his buddy Milam. Milam will move that up to Tellstrom. Tellstrom looking to turn the burners on. That one's broken up in the slot. Battle along the Voyagers' boards. Nobody can dig it out yet. Baker over inside the blue line. Here's a quick shot out in front. Just went across the crease. Nobody there to take it home. Still behind the net. Looking for a wraparound there. Off a Mini. Mini couldn't get that one in. Opportunity by the Shadow. This one's kept in. Finally cleared out by the Voyagers. Baker dumps this one back in. Shot right on Devin Lay as Lay's on his knees. 1:15 left to go here in the second period. Both teams doing player changes here. Giuliano coming out. Osentowski. Baker. Looks like they'll regroup here for a second. Both officials on the discussing something. Bringing a player back on the bench. Late player change. Objection to the referee. There's a quick shot right there. Timmy Schmidt trying to get another one as he's going on a scoring spree here last weekend and today. Another face-off just to the left of Lay. Osentowski will take it for the Shadow. Referee doesn't like that face-off. Baker on the point. This one's back. Oh, move right out in front of the net. Pressure by the Shadow. Cleared out by the Voyagers. 2-on-2. Nice inside-outside move. Couldn't keep possession was Grover. Grover lost possession for the Voyagers. Again, coming the other way. Shadow, quick shot. Gino Mini put that one on net, cleared aside. Coming back quickly is Healy. Will Healy with a shot. Another shot there, right into the chest protector of Gibbons. Kevin Belvich took that shot point blank. Gibbons wanted no part of that as he made the save. Face off down in the shadow end to the right of Gibbons. 32.4 seconds left to go here in the second period. 5-3 Shadow over the Voyagers. Taken out by the Shadow. This one shot to center ice all the way down to the other end and gobbled up by Devin Lay. 22.8 seconds, making the face-off to the right of Lay. Down in the Voyagers' end. Let's do it again. Pielette will take the face-off for the Shadow. Move forward here. Little 2-on-2 developing here. Quick shot deflected off to the left of Gibbons. Cleared out of the Shadow end. Under 10 seconds left to go. Just going to milk this clock out. Voyagers just going to play it out here. That will do it for the second period. 5-3 the Shadow with the lead. Tim Schmidt, Morasso, Giuliano, and Minnie scoring 4 goals to give them 5, and 2 goals by the Voyagers, Owen and McCarthy. We'll take a break here on Go Live Sportscast and come back for the third period.
Hey guys, I want to thank B&R Sports here in the Troy area for taking care of our Michigan Shadow. Thank you guys for hooking us up top to bottom. We'll see you guys at our home opener. Huge shout out to Bauer Hockey, taking care of our guys. Helmet, visors, gloves, pants, sticks, you name it, they got it. Check them out, BauerHockey.com. Thank you, Big Boy Arena, for letting us call this amazing facility home. Rock on, Fraser. I want to thank Global Synthetic for taking care of our Michigan Shadow this year, from the synthetic towels you've sent us for the guys to be training on to all the other things you do in the community. Thank you from the Michigan Shadow. Huge shout out to Howie's Hockey Tape. One of these days I'll be good enough to get paid to play and they'll supply the tape. Until then, check out howieshockeytape.com for all your saucing needs. Thank you, Jog Athletics, for taking care of our Michigan Shadow. These threads are unbelievable. We'll see you guys this season on the ice. Huge shout out to Lakewind Photography for taking their time out of their day to take care of our program, all the local community stuff we've been doing, dealing with me full time, which I know is a full-time job by itself. Lakewind, huge shout out. Can't wait to see you guys shooting all of our games this year. Huge shout out to Rink Rat Body Wash for taking care of our Michigan Shadow in the locker room after the games. Smells unbelievable, gets our guys clean. Check them out at Rink Rat.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Where's your emergency? Everyone's on their way. What happened? She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school.
It's been so amazing to be able to give our child the life that we kind of pictured us having, even though we didn't really have that.
I've been in foster care my whole life.
He's so strong to just be able to like leave that all behind and still be able to take care of his daughter and be a good husband.
Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone.
We've been through so much in our life, and he never used that as an excuse, but as motivation to do better.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Thank you, Champions Health Club, for joining us in this adventure as we start our inaugural season for the Michigan Shadow. We'll see you at your gym here soon. One of my absolute favorite top cheese, stick wax, looks like cheese. This is my go-to scent. It's the original fresh linen, unbelievable. I actually put it in my stall as well, so I walk up and hang out. Oh, our fancy lights are turning off. When I walk in, I know my stall is gonna be smelling unbelievable. I'm sitting on the bench or enjoying some penalty time in the box. This is what you want on your scent. Huge shout out to the Royal Oak Leprechauns. Thank you for having my captains and I out to throw the first pitch. Incredible experience for local Detroit areas. There goes our light fixture. Gotta pay the bills, looks like. Check out Royal Oak Leprechauns, local, amazing baseball, bunch of D1 athletes heading off to play pro ball. Just thank you, Royal Oak, for taking care of us that night. Thank you, Noble Mark Financial, for sponsoring our Michigan Shadow this year. We're excited to see you at our home opener November 1st. Thank you, Pool Guys, for sponsoring us this season over at the Michigan Shadow. For those out there watching, check them out. They'll take care of everything. Install, maintenance, making your backyard beautiful. Pool Guys, we'll see you soon. Smoky Joe's, everybody's favorite party store to get the party started. Check them out, 16841 14 Mile and Garfield. We will see you there. Big banners hanging on the side of the building. Can't miss it, right across from the Frazier Fair. Huge shout out to Pegasus Awakening for hooking us up with their smelling salts. Oh. Did you guys know? Wow. We're crying now. We opened this container over 8 months ago. It's seen over 100 hockey games across multiple locker rooms. Unbelievable stuff. Check them out. Pegasus Awakening. My eyes, you can't tell right now, my eyes are watering.
Go Live Sportscast.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, I am Frank Mazzella. Thanks for tuning in to the Go Live Sportscast as the Shadow taking on the Voyagers. Just the start of the third period, 5-3, the Shadow with the lead. 5 goals by the Shadow, Matt Morasso, Tim Schmidt, another goal by Morasso, Gino Mini, and Giuliano. Jonathan Giuliano getting that last goal. In the second period, a couple goals by the Voyagers, Owen and McCarthy. Both teams at full strength here at the beginning of the third period. As we always say, that next goal is a big goal. It's either 6-3 or 5-4. How many times can you say that in a hockey game? Fresh ice. Gagnon's going to take the center face-off for the Shadow. Fresh 20 minutes to go here. 5-3, Shadow in the lead. Face-off, Voyagers claim that puck. Taken by the Voyagers, Belovich. Belovich takes a shot quickly on Gibbons. Loose rebounder out in front. That one couldn't get banged home. As a loose rebound, the initial save, and then Jake Nana, taking the rebound shot. Quickly, the Voyagers trying to get one on the board here at the beginning of the third period. Face off just to the left of Gibbons. Taken out. Here comes Gagnon. Gagnon looking to turn the burners on. This one's centered, broken up. That pass intended for Tellstrom over on the far side. Quick hit, taking out 2 pins at once. The ref and Giuliano. Gibbons swishes that one around the back of the boards. Quick shot on Gibbons. He'll gobble that one up. Belovich from inside the blue line. Had a collision on the far side boards. Giuliano and the referee both went down. Face off to the right of Gibbons. Taken by the Shadow. Morasso. Morasso looking to dip inside to Schmidt. Schmidt couldn't get his shot. Throw it out in front of the net. Cleared back off along the boards. Are not pinching. Morasso takes a shot. That one's blocked by the Voyagers. Osentowski trying to get that one over. Hard time clearing this one out. Osentowski misses on that one. Trying to get a shot off. This one out in front. Quick backhander. As nobody wants to take that puck at this point. Over wrapped around the board. Still down in the Shadow end. Finally cleared out the center ice. Player changes by the Shadow. Gibbons going to corral that puck up. Move that puck forward. Or not. Kuhn takes that one. Trying to dipsy doodle his way in was Tim Schmidt. He gets robbed. Still battling along the boards inside the blue line. Finally cleared out. Formica now with the puck. Formica trying to split a couple of Voyagers. That's not going to happen. Behind the Voyagers net. Still sitting on the boards. Formica gets this one forward. Pinching in. Cleared out past the blue line. Double Z dumps it down into the Voyagers end. Just to the outside of Lay. This one's cleared the other way. Gibbons going to have to save this one. No icing there for Micah. Up to Giuliano. Giuliano couldn't get a stick on it. Now he does. Giuliano with a trail of Gagnon. Giuliano takes a quick wrister, gobbled up by Lay. 17:21 left to go here in the third period. 5-3 Shadow. Clintworth coming off the ice. Both teams doing player changes. Referees waving a couple of players back on the Voyagers bench. says, no, 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 you were late. Face off, kept in by Baker. Quick shot there. A lot of traffic in front of the net. There's a loose puck. Opportunity there by Tellstrom. He couldn't bang it home. Chance there by the Shadow. Here comes Tellstrom again. Tellstrom behind the net. He gets checked. Gagnon will take that puck. Gagnon work it out to the point. To Minnie. Back to Minnie. Kept in. Baker. Baker whistles that one out in front. Tellstrom with an opportunity. Loose out in front. Lay made the initial save. It laid out there. Baker keeps that puck in. Both teams at full strength. Right now it looks like a power play for the Shadow. That one shot out in front. Not cleared out by the Voyagers yet. Finally the Voyagers do get this cleared out and just dipsy doodle it over the center line. Here comes Minnie. Gino Minnie making a move. He loses possession of the puck. Pitcher brings this puck up for the Voyagers. 16:08 left to go here in the third period. Good defensive play there by Gino Minnie to break that one up. Trying to go center ice in the slot. Gino Minnie broke that one up. Luke Formica in deep for the Shadow. This one's out to Arnott. Quick shot by Arnott. They try to bang that one home. Devin Lay made 2 or 3 saves there. Voyagers again coming the other way. Little 3-on-2 with a trailer. Shot on Gibbons. Gibbons comes up big. Going the other way. Both teams flying each side. Pilette trying to bring that in. Pilette fishes that one back. To Morasso. Morasso trying to cycle that puck out. The Voyagers bring it. Little one-on-one action. Arnott getting back for that one. Good defensive play by Arnott. We got a whistle. This one's going face-off down into the... We got a penalty here, a hooking. Didn't catch that penalty, but Tim Schmidt is going to get that penalty, or at least serve it. So at the 14:59 mark, penalty against the Shadow, and the Voyagers go on the power play. There's a quick wrister towards Gibbons, just to the outside by Jake Nana. That one's cleared all the way down into the Voyagers' end. Power play opportunity for the Voyagers. This one's whisked down into the Shadow end by McCarthy. Luke McCarthy, that one's wrapped around the boards all the way back down to the Shadow end. McCarthy will pick this one up again. He'll gather things up behind the net. Bring it forward, broken up there by Tellstrom. Good defensive play. Taken again and dumped down into the Shadow end by Jake Nana. This one's cleared out. Good play there by Formica to shoot that one down back into the Voyagers' end as they milk this clock out, trying to burn off this power play. Tellstrom, little defensive play there. Osentowski putting on the pressure. Here comes a run by the Voyagers, crossing the blue line. He peels back. Down into the corner, wrapped around behind the net. Back to the point. Right in the slot. Takes a quick wrister, broken up in front of Gibbons. Trying to get a stick on that was Mike Baker. There's a shot on Gibbons. Gibbons makes the save there. Drake Owen will take that shot, and Gibbons will gobble that one up. Drake Owen just inside the blue line took that shot, and Gibbons was up to it. 5-3, Shadow in the lead. 21 seconds left here in the power play for the Voyagers. 13-19 left to go in the third period. Face off just to the left of Gibbons. This one's back to the point inside the blue line. Voyagers pass this puck around. Hold on to it. Back into the center. Drake Owen now with the puck again. Drake Owen, a quick wrister. Kept that one on the ice. Steered aside. Gibbons now right out of the penalty box. Opportunity there. Broken up. Yeah, he scores! Kuhn coming out of the penalty box. Picked that one up. Gave it to Michael Perry, or Double Z. Check that. Double Z. Got that one on a beautiful wrister. No problem there. As they get their sixth goal there. Right out of the penalty box. Kuhn got a stick on that one, and then Double Z, Zach Zukanich, took his shot and beat Lay. 6-3, the Shadow in the lead. 3-goal spread here, 12:40 left to go here in the third. Here come the Voyagers again. Quick shot on Gibbons. Belovich kept that one on the ice. Gibbons gobbles that one on up from his knees. Belovich will take the face-off for the Voyagers. Formica took the face-off. Here's an opportunity for Tellstrom. Little one-on-one. Oh, he scores! Tellstrom. Just took it on a breakaway off the face-off. You see it right here on the replay, right off the face-off. That one's a beautiful pass all the way forward. Tellstrom had a breakaway and just went glove side on Lay, making it a 4-goal lead here, 7-3. Formica now with the puck. He loses control of it. Over to Luke McCarthy. Luke McCarthy loses control of it. Gagnon trying to hold up on that one. That one's played down into the corner. Clintworth, there's an opportunity, scores! Another one. Give that one to Luke Formica. Luke LeDuc. Luke Formica all alone. Devin Lay is coming out of the net. 12-6. It's bring in the second guy. Shootman. Hopefully I said his name wrong, and if I didn't, congratulate me. Matt Shootman comes in for Devin Lay. Devin's had enough. 8 goals here, 11:55 left to go here in the third period. And the Michigan Shadow are pouring it on. Osentowski trying to move that puck forward. Osentowski again with a stick on this one. This one back to Paul Arnott. Arnott will just play with that puck a bit here. Move it up. Osentowski taps that one. Good passing by the Shadow. Morasso will bring that one back. Osentowski loses control. Bad play by the Shadow trying to keep that puck passing it around. Couldn't control it. Pitcher keeps it in for the Voyagers. Finally cleared out. Schmidt will dump that down into the Voyagers' end as the Shadow make wholesale changes. Baker around the back of the net. He brings it up. Up to Gino Mini, broken up by the Voyagers. Voyagers coming in the other way. Quick shot by Glover. Zach Glover for the Voyagers. It was 5-3 when we entered the third period. 3 goals by the Shadow, spreading it to an 8-3 lead. Elijah Gibbons' debut for the Michigan Shadow here. Kept in. Voyagers get this one back to the point. Rotated around back into the corner. Baker gives chase to that one. Digs that one out. Over to Gino Mini. Mini pinches that one forward. Here comes Pillette. Pillette gets that one out in front. Bornonum couldn't get his stick on that one. Quick pile up right here in front of the bench. Nice play by Gino Mini there. That one's tapped back into the Voyagers end by Kuhn. Voyagers coming the other way. Belovich breaks the blue line trying to get around Gino Mini. Gino Mini gives him a face wipe with the glove. And here they come the other way. A 2-on-1. Gagnon gets that one over to Osentowski. Osentowski couldn't get his stick on that one for the backhander. Gibbons out of the net. Gibbons says, I'll take that one. Shoots that one off for Micah. There's a shot right out in front. Chance for the Voyagers to get one. Still digging along the far side boards. Finally taken by Gagnon. Gagnon's going to dipsy doodle a little with the puck. He'll get it again. For Micah. This one shot up, a dangerous pass up to Tellstrom. Back to Formica. Broken up again by the Voyagers. Clintworth now trying to get this puck out. Finally they do. Formica coming one-on-one. Quick shot there. Saved by the new guy for the Voyagers. Here they come the other way. Center ice. Little 2-on-2 action. Quick wrister there. Blocked by Gibbons. Andrew Taylor had that shot for the Voyagers. Formica clears this one along the board. Still not out. Finally taken by Marasso. Marasso pushing his way into the Voyager end there. Right at the blue line. Center ice. Milam peels back. Gets it to Arnott. Arnott gets that one up to Tim Schmidt. Schmidt will feather that down into the Voyager end. Muskegon making a rush here, trying to get something on the board. Grover over to the side. McCarthy. Luke McCarthy gets that one around the boards. Over to Glover. Glover will dump that behind the net, looking for somebody there from the Voyagers. Nobody's there. Tim Schmidt is there for the Shadow. Arnott now with the puck. Not sure if that's going to be a penalty or if the net came off. That'd be the net that did come off on that last play. 7:12 left to go here in the third period. 8-3 Michigan Shadow over the Muskegon Voyagers. Hey, upcoming games. January 3rd, Michigan Shadow go to the Muskegon Voyagers barn. Then we're back here at Big Boy Arena January 10th in a big game against those Waterford Sharks. Waterford Sharks are just a hot team after that opening loss in Muskegon where they lost 5-2. I think that was the score. Ever since that loss, they've just been rocking and rolling. We were hoping to have Cody Oakes back here in the broadcast booth, but Might be in a food coma right now. Faceoff will stay down in the shadow end. 7:12 to go in the third period. Shadow need to get one quick here to stay in this game. Grover takes the faceoff. This one's played back. Played back to Cass. Cass, quick shot there by Schaefer. Schaefer dumped that in the corner. Baker will pick it up. Bakes tried to get that one out. Gino Mini to the rescue. Gino Mini brings that one up. He's got a head of steam. He blows a tire crossing the blue line. Kept in by Pilette. Nice fish over to Michael Perry, I think that was. That was double. Actually, it was Baker he fished that one over to. So the defensemen are coming in quick, hot, and heavy here. Michigan Shadow looking for more. They still want dessert here at the 6:28 mark. 8-3 Michigan Shadow over the Voyagers. Glover will take the face-off for the Voyagers. This one's fished out quickly. Tellstrom over to Gagnon. Gagnon's going to go quite around there. Quick shot there just to the outside of the goalkeeper for Muskegon. Minnie out with the puck. Minnie over to Baker. Shake and bake back to Minnie. Minnie getting that, trying to get that up to Tellstrom. Finally, Baker gets that one over to Tellstrom. Gagnon crosses the blue line. Looking for a trailer. Gets that one over to Tellstrom. Tellstrom's looking to do a wraparound. Nobody there. This one's cleared all the way back down the Gibbons. 5:40 left to go in this game. 8-3, Shadow over the Voyagers. That one's broken up. Opportunity there, a big shot by Nana. Jake Nana taking that shot for the Voyagers. This one's cleared all the way back to the end. Behind the net for the Voyagers. Taken out by Belvich. Belvich, that's broken up by Ozentowski. Still battling along the far side boards. Chris Hawkins gets that one up. Here come the Voyagers again. Nana trying to get that one out in front. Hawkins takes a backhander. No harm done there. Gibbons gobbles that one up. Elijah Gibbons in his debut for the Michigan Shadow. Looking for his first W here. 4:58 left to go. Cleared out of the zone. Thrown back into the Shadow end. Taken by Kuhn. Kuhn behind the net. He'll just whisk that one over. This one at the center ice. Down into the Voyagers' end. Little move there by Joe DeWitt. Joe DeWitt couldn't keep a handle on it. Good pressure by the Shadow. Hawkins forwards that one up to Luke McCarthy. McCarthy going in. Luke McCarthy taken out by Arnott. Things are getting a little hot and heavy right here. There's a quick shot. Broken up again. Belvich taking that shot. Some target practice and bodies flying all over. Behind the Shadows net, cleared out. Finally, Pilette's going to take this puck. Nice play to stay onside there. Dump behind the net to the side here. Milam now feathers that one back out to Pilette. Pilette takes that one just to the outside. Kept the pressure on. The Shadow trying to get that one out front. Broken up by the Voyagers. Little pile up right there along the board side. Nobody can dig that puck out finally. Still along the boards. Pilette gets that one over to Baker. Baker tried to fish that one through center ice. Gino Mini takes that shot. That one's deflected off the glass. 3 minutes left to go here in this game. Baker is going to have to peel back on that one. Dumped into the Voyagers' end. Tellstrom fishes that one over. Oh, couldn't get the stick on that one. Was Gino Mini. He had an open side of the net, couldn't bury it at home. Battling along the Muskegon boards, cleared out, still controlled by Baker. Baker just gets over the blue line. Voyagers get that one. This one's dumped to center ice. That one wraps around Gibbons along the boards. Tellstrom gets a stick on it. Here comes Gagnon. Gagnon looking to do a dipsy doodle. Oh, what a move. He had an opportunity there. Gagnon looking to perform some magic. As you see it on the replay, trying to cut in. He had to put the brakes on. Couldn't get that puck up. And the mysterious new goalie from Muskegon made the save. 2:05 left to go in this game. Rush here by the Voyagers. This is Schaefer. Schaefer on the backhander to the outside of Gibbons. Tellstrom grinding on the boards. Both teams battle it out along the far side boards. Coming in there was Glover for Muskegon. Shot on Gibbons. Gibbons says, here it is, right in my glove. Gibbons wanted to make sure Riley pitcher saw that he had it in his glove. Both teams doing full line changes here. Grover takes the face off from Muskegon, taken by Morasso. Morasso dipsy doodles over the blue line, still has possession, gets it out to Clintworth. Trying to hit for Micah, taken by Muskegon, wrapped around the boards. Belovich trying to clear that one out, they do. Clintworth tried to get it. For Micah now with it. Broken up by Muskegon, but not out. Osentowski wraps that around the boards. Last minute of play here. Coming again on a run for the Voyagers. Belovich shoots that around the boards. Feathered out and back into the Voyagers' end. Here come the Voyagers. The whole head of steam here. Quick shot just to the outside of Gibbons. Wrapped on the boards. Here comes Pilette. Pilette's got a 3-on-1 developing here. That's broken up. Pilette works his way back. Gets that puck or not. Whole team onside. Finally dump it down into the Voyagers' end. 15 seconds left to go here. The Shadow are about to become 3-0 against the defending champ, the Muskegon Voyagers. Fans are loving it here. There's a quick shot on net as the clock will run out. There you have it. 8 goals by the Michigan Shadow and an 8-3 victory over the Muskegon Voyagers. What do you think Terry's thinking about? Another great day here at Big Boy Arena. Team was a little short-handed, but they came up big here to win 8-3. Let's go over the goal scorers for the Shadow. Morasso, Tim Schmidt, Morasso, Mini, Giuliano, Double Z, Tellstrom, and Formica. There are your 8 scorers for the Michigan Shadow. Here's some of the highlights. Big save by Gibbons, making his debut for the Michigan Shadow here today, as he'll take home the W with his new team. The game was tight here in the early going of the first period, a 1-1 game, and that's as tight as it got for the whole game, as the Michigan Shadow just kept on stretching out their lead. Gibbons, big save there. Big save there, a double save there, as you see on the highlights.
For Micah.
The new additions here to the team are really making their impact. Morasso, 2 goals. Vinny, a goal. Tellstrom, a goal. Formica, a goal. So even being shorthanded with 3 of the Shadow regulars, teammates stepped up and did their job.
Go Live Sportscast.
Well, thanks for tuning in to Go Live Sportscast. I am Frank Mazzella, along with the Go Live Sportscast team, saying so long. We'll see you again on January 10th against the Waterford Sharks from Big Boy Arena. Again, the final score, the Shadow 8, the Voyagers 3.